Good morning, YouTube. Well, it's night where I am, but that's okay. I'm just here doing a short little movie review of a movie I just watched. This movie, if you can't see it all, it's The River Queen, filmed by Vincent Ward, and some, Kiefer Sutherland's in it. First of all, if you got a good look at that cover there, it's lying. Kiefer Sutherland's in it, but only for like a mere... His total screen time is probably about 7 minutes. Seriously, the cover lies and makes him look like a main character. He's just along for the ride. It's really hard to explain, but I can kind of give you a bit of a mesh between a few movies that you might compare it to. Like, okay, the story is it's in New Zealand, and there's tribes going on, and there's the British trying to invade. Like, the British, or like, usually the Americans do that. But the British are there trying to invade, and she's an Irish lady, and Kiefer Sutherland is like an Irish soldier or whatever, and she has a fling with some native male, and they end up having a kid, but the native guy dies, and then the natives come and take her kid away after a few years, because that's all she had. All the native guys had left, and they wanted to keep him in memory of the son or whatever, right? She steals him. She's looking for him a few years. She ends up finding him in a sort of way, and then this whole little she has to heal the guy. It's kind of difficult to explain, but let's say from there on it goes a little bit of Dances with Wolves. If you ever seen that movie, it's pretty good, with Kevin Costner and that, because she's dealing with the natives and she's a white person, except she's a female, not a male. And then there's also a little bit of The Patriot in there, like, not really, but from the sense of that she falls in love with the person she had the kid with when she had the native brother. She falls in love with his brother, just like in the end of The Patriot when he falls in love with his wife's sister. You kind of know what I mean. If you've seen the movie, you'll know what I mean. It's an okay movie. It's not the greatest, and it's definitely not action-packed, and there's quite a few gaps in between action, and some really, really weird nudity points. Okay? This movie doesn't even have warnings about nudity at the bottom. So I wasn't expecting it at all, but there's like, in the middle of battles, there's some weird nudity that was pointless, and I don't even know why it was added. It kind of confused me. But the really good part about this movie is the art direction, because like when they're going through New Zealand looks very beautiful. I assume they shot it at New Zealand. I'm not sure if they did or not, but it looks really good, and it's pretty epic. I'd like to see it on Blu-ray. I have a Blu-ray player and an HDTV, just to see how epic the backgrounds would look. That's the best thing about this movie. It has some pretty good music too. Yeah, it's a good movie. I wouldn't buy it though, because I mainly rented it for Kiefer Sutherland, and there wasn't that many Kiefer Sutherland moments in it. But he did do acting. He did his acting well when he was in there. Overall, it's a very strange movie and kind of hard to explain. But I'd give it about a 3 out of 5. Definitely rent it if you like it. Like, if you like story-based movies, or like you like The Patriot or Dances with Wolves, because it has kind of clips from that, and it's an interesting movie, but it's not the best. It's not the best of the year or nothing. This is just a test to see if it's any good. So, in case you were thinking about it, this is The River Queen, and that's me signing out. Goodbye.